Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are now live with an incredible best of 9 show match. Hello, good morning, and welcome everyone. My name is Creighton Olson, and I have the wrong screen up. There we go. Boom, that's the right screen. Look at that. We are ready to roll here with this best of 9 show match between these two players, Zest and TY. I don't want to make you wait any longer. The stream is live. The players are here. Let's get into it. We have got these two guys ready to go. Best of 9. So I have chosen the first map randomly. And the next, okay, we got TY ready to go. We got Zest. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, Zest. That's it. The countdown has now officially begun. We are into game number 1. I have chosen the first game. It's going to be on Zest. It's going to be on Zen LE. Loser will choose the map from here on out. First to 5 games wins the big prize. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited and overjoyed to bring you these matches this morning. It is 4 a.m. here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I'm streaming from. We've got other casts as well, so if you speak other languages, we do have a cast in Spanish and a cast, I believe, in Taiwanese, actually. So if English is not your first language, be sure to hop over. But since you're here, let's go ahead and watch some StarCraft. Boom. There it is, baby. Welcome to the Alpha X TY versus Zest show match. In the top right-hand corner of Zen LE, currently sending out a suspicious looking SCV. It's our Terran player from Triumphant Song Gaming, TY. And his opponent. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's gonna see it, right? He has to see it. Yep. Scouting the incredibly unfortunate placement there of the proxy racks. It is his opponent in the red, Zest. TY abandons his plans to build. No, he doesn't. He's sending out 2 more SCVs. He's going to defend this thing. Oh my god. There it is. There it is. Okay. Probes chasing this SCV away. The barracks continuing to be built here, but 2 probes are out now. Zest really getting aggressive to try and deny this, but some really nice microing here with TY's SCVs here. Looks like 1 SCV is probably going to get taken out. Oh my god, he saves it. Unbelievable. The barrack starts, the Reaper is out, and Zest has failed to prevent this proxy from going down. At the same time, he scouted it. He knows where it's coming from. He's not going to miss anything at all. Natural expansion is now out for Zest. His cybernetic score just finishes, and let's see how he chooses to follow up. Zest a little bit supply blocked right now. There we go. Pylon finishing, and the Stalker is down. Behind this, we see TY walling off with his factory, returning these 3 almost dead SCVs back home, and the Reaper is now out. Reaper gonna hop up. The Stalker almost done here, so the Stalker should be done by the time the Reaper gets there. The Reaper scouting, of course, that expansion. And then he's going to hop over past the little path to the Zen Garden here. Very cute. And there it is, the Reaper into the main base. But Stalker will chase that away. And Reaper not going to get much done there. Warp Gate research already getting started here for Zest. And TY cranking out the first Hellion of the day. Following up with the Starport. So a little bit delayed. Not quite what he hoped for, but a little 1-1-1. But TY is not done yet. Zest is going to go out. And, oh yeah, he's going to scout it, baby. He sees the proxy marauders coming. Oh, man. So TY is completely getting his bluff called here. Holy crap. Zest knows exactly what he's up against. Proxy Marauders. We see the Robo Facility has been on the way for some time. A couple of Stalkers coming out now, but with good micro, TY still has a chance with these Proxy Marauders. First Marauder on its way out now. Reaper going to join the Marauders. Couple of Hellions out as well. Hellions just defending right now, but there's no aggression coming out from Zest, who's very carefully staying home to defend against this. One probe does go down. Nice little pick off there by the Reaper, who is probably going to get away. I think so. And the first Marauder pops out. Unfortunately, look at this. TY supply blocked again. His build order just not quite as fine-tuned as it might otherwise have been. But there we go. Very quickly, Marauders coming out. First Marauder is out. Second Marauder on the way. Concussive Shells is finished. But I'll be honest, the timing for this seems to be a little bit past. We're already at 4 minutes into this game. There's already an Immortal getting chronoed out here. While Proxy Marauders are great. Oh man, look at that. TY even cancels the second Marauder and just says he's going to go in with one. So one out of that Proxy Barracks. What did we see? One Reaper and one Proxy Marauder. And that is it. The Concussive Shell upgrade not going to pay off quite yet. Behind it, Cloaked Banshee. A classic follow-up. When your first cheese fails, the second cheese has to work, right? Reaper getting back, or Hellions getting in, rather. Roasting a couple probes here. Oh my god, Zest actually being a little bit careless here. 7 probes going down, make it 8. Almost 9. 9 probes. 9 probes for the cost of 2. Oh, goodness gracious. What a great pickup. Down to just 28 probes. TY coming back in this game. The drop. Pushed away. SCV's already pulled to repair. Warp Prism is here. Plenty of Stalkers, though, from Zest. TY's army a little bit small, but the Banshee, Cloak about to finish up here. Cloak, oh, canceled. Banshee cloaking field canceled as the drop comes in. Focus fire down onto that Immortal, forcing a recall out of Zest. Zest is not going to be able to close out the game here. That little aggression not working either. Stalkers still idling outside the base. Orbital Command has finished here, but oh, Zest, TY's in for a big surprise when he pushes out. He has not seen these. Okay, there it is. He sees the Stalkers now. Stalkers picking off everything they can. They're trying to focus down these tanks here. Oh, the Banshee goes down. That was a great little pick off there by Zest. These Stalkers don't have Blink, so he's not able to have quite as much mobility as you might otherwise expect. The first tank is down. Second tank on the way. Immortal dropping in now. Let's see if he warps in. That's going to be it. Zest is going to take game number 1. TY unable to pull off the win. Oh, so TY going from proxy that was scouted into not defending Zest's aggression. Holy smokes. Well, guys, TY gets to choose the map now. It is loser's choice. All right, he has chosen Simulacrum LE, so let's get that game started. Hang on 1 second while I enter the lobby link here. All right, so we're going to get our other casters in here and see what we can do. So a big win there by Zest. Waiting for the other casters. We need 2 more casters. Okay, so we're waiting on our other casters. Our Taiwanese casters are not in here yet. Gotta get them in. There it is. There's 1 and 2. Okay, game number 2, Simulacrum LE. An auspicious start here from Zest. Scouting out that cheese, doing a real good job defending against the, aside from losing a couple probes against the Hellion Harass that he probably didn't need to lose. The follow-up was good, and Zest easily taking game number 1. All right, the game is now live, and so are we. In the bottom right-hand corner, in the red, playing Protoss, currently up 1-0 after defending a scouted proxy. It is Zest. And in the top left-hand corner, in the blue, from Triumphant Song Gaming, it is TY. Wonderfully done. I do want to say, since we do have a VIP in the chat, welcome to Hodginson. Everybody, please stick around to the end of this Best of 9 series. Hodgin is going to be doing a winner's interview live with us on a Discord call. So we're going to be talking to the winner of this Best of 9, asking him a couple questions, and the amazingly talented Hodginson is going to be helping us out with translation and telling us what these winners are thinking. So please, you don't want to miss that. Stick around until the very end, and we can get some players' insight on how they're feeling about the series, how they're feeling about the new year, and how they're feeling about all the big StarCraft announcements this year. With the format changes, I'm sure they'll have a lot to talk about, thanks to Hodgin. All right, quick expansion here from Zest. Gateway expand. It looks like we'll probably see an expansion here out of TY as well, down to 400 minerals. Orbital command, and then an expansion after that. Delightful stuff. How am I liking the weather here in Minnesota, Delta? I'm freezing every body part. Every body part is frozen. I'm really glad, like, these headphones make my head itch a little bit, but I'm wearing them because otherwise my ears would be cold, even in the office building. Oh. All right. We had some hijinks from TY in game number 1. A little scouted proxy. Tried to transition into proxy marauders, and that got scouted. This time, Zest is going to teach us a little lesson in trickery here with a proxy Stargate up at the north side of the map. Now, the Reaper is going to go on a long scouting path to try and check for it, but of course he's going in the wrong direction here, so TY's vision, unfortunately, has not yet revealed this proxy Stargate. Is he queued up to see it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! There it is. And he knows now. Both players doing an excellent job scouting these proxies. And now we're going to have to see how well TY is prepared for this. He is adding a tech lab onto his factory, so a Cyclone or two might be able to end this game quite quickly. We'll see what tech TY goes into after this. Getting Marines out to defend against the Oracle as well. There it is. Cyclone popping out. TY's natural already morphing into an orbital. I think he's in pretty good shape here. And most importantly, Zest does not know he's been scouted. Zest probably didn't see that Reaper coming up. I think the Reaper only got to about here before he saw what was going on. The Stargate probably does not have any idea that it has been found out. Adept here, chase away the Reaper. TY is going to pop out there. It's difficult to pop up into the main base here in this map simulacrum LE. First Oracle's out. Marines are already here. Marines going to zone out this Oracle. The Oracle may be able to get 1 or 2 kills here, but the Cyclone's here as well, and that's going to force Zest to get the heck out of here. Cyclone's, of course, locking onto an Oracle, make it really, really easy for that Cyclone to take it down. And the one thing Zest doesn't want to lose is his Oracle. Oh, TY missing a proxy pylon here. Looks like Zest wants to keep the aggression on for the rest of this game. Of course, he stopped production out of that starport now and is researching Blink. So the follow-up to his failed scout is going to be... the follow-up to his failed proxy is going to be Blink Stalkers, probably from this proxy pylon. TY has seen it now. TY has popped down here, seen the proxy pylon with his Reaper, and Zest is going 0 for 2 on his trickery here. Man, that's a real shame. The Oracle pops in, tries to get a couple kills, but the Cyclone locks on quite quickly. Oracle will get away with its life, but just barely losing some hull damage there. Proxy pylon scouted. Stargate has been depowered. Behind this, TY building on a bunker, adding a tech lab onto that starport. Oh, wow. Looks like he's very, very safe back home. Blink about 5/8 of the way done here for Zest. As he expands to a third location, drops the forge. Looks like these players drops the double forge. Wow. Looks like these players are resigned to their fate and may end up playing against their better wishes end up playing a macro game. Zest hiding one more pylon, as if to say, you can't stop me. I got pylons for days, baby. Little cyclone drop into the main here. Some cute little micro from TY. A lot of stalkers, though. As long as the stalkers focus fire down that medevac, it's going to be too dangerous for TY to stay in. And he's going to see the danger immediately. Will get out there. Scan goes down on the natural to see double forge. Understands that TY is going to be playing with some heavily upgraded Protoss units here. Back home. Upgrades coming down here for TY as well. Stim already about a third of the way done. Going to see him going into some bio play as he adds on 3 or 4 more barracks. Going up to a total of 5 barracks this game. Combat shield starting as well. He realizes that he could be in some danger here. Army supply for Zest looks really good. Or for TY, rather. For Zest, maybe not so much. Blink has finished, so with the Oracle scouting, the Stalker's going to blink right up into the main base, immediately capping down one of the Cyclones. Only one Cyclone remaining. The Siege Tank, I think, down on the low ground. Not going to be able to prevent against this. A couple SCV kills, but these Stalkers being very, very frustrating right now. Cute micro there from TY, saving that Cyclone, but the rest of the bio units are going to force the Stalkers to blink back out there. The Stalkers will have to leave. And Zest unable to get any real damage done, but here the gateway explosion from Zest. 5 more gateways on the way, as well as Templar Archives. We're going to see Immortals cranked out very quickly here to add some bulk to this otherwise sort of flimsy army of just Stalkers and an Oracle from Zest. We see Storm immediately beginning, which is the right call after scouting all this bio, and a cute little Revelate there going down onto all of the production facilities there. That's going to give Zest a great idea of what to expect in the coming game. Concussive Shell, +1. Combat Shields. TY doing a really nice job. Uh-oh. Did I lose the... Uh-oh. Did the stream go down? Anyway, TY moving out here. Chasing Zest down, rather. Getting a lot of Stalker kills. The army supply for TY way ahead. Even going to knock down this destructible debris just to make sure that he's got a wide open attack path. Siege tanks setting up shop outside of Zest's natural here. There we are. Okay, stream's back. My stream just picked up there for a minute. Oh, goodness. All right, there's the big stim coming in. Storm's going down. A nice dodge there from TY, but another second Storm going down right onto the medevacs. A great feedback as well. This is going to crush TY's push. The tank is going to get taken out by these Immortals. The medevacs getting chased down by these Stalkers. The Stalkers going to aggressively blink underneath those medevacs. More medevacs coming to join the fray, but TY has got to get the heck out of there. What a beautiful defense there. Storm's landing right on the bio there from Zest. TY chased back all the way home here, and Zest is not letting up. Follow up with the Immortal and the Stalker. He's got a proxy pylon to reinforce with. He's got some adept shading in, cutting off reinforcements as well. What a great engagement there from Zest. TY hoping to set up shop outside the natural and the third, and cause some damage here, possibly pushing into the third. Zest pushing that aggression away almost immediately. TY, the bulky force, a lot of Marauders there, is going to have to be forced to go back to this third base. Zest's going to prevent the building of it. Oh my god, those SCVs are going to be safe, but just barely. TY pushing this back. I don't think he realizes the quite the size of the army. Zest's Zealots on hold position there, eating a little bit of damage. TY will chase away the army, but Zest got what he wanted, which was a cancel on this third base, and now he's going to have the... Oh, Zest not really committing to this attack. I'm surprised here. Zest running away, waiting for reinforcements. We see 4 Stalkers and 4 Zealots coming back in. Another Robo getting added on back home. Zealot charge on the way. The counter, of course, for TY, and it's high time he got here, is Ghosts. He's going to need some good EMPs to come back in this game. The massive army here from Zest is looking very, very scary. A couple unfortunate Zealot Warpins will get taken out there, as well as the proxy pylon. Zest chased back home. Templar trying to find a sneaky little Storm snipe here. Nah, that's not quite going to work there. Zest's going to go back home. TY moves out, pushes to defend what looks like a 4th base location, perhaps ready to expand again. The Ghost Academy is finished up. Ghost production should begin in earnest. We see he's got tech labs on 3 of his barracks now, so he can make Ghosts 3 at a time, should he so choose. Zest returns back to his natural to defend. +2/+2 on the way from Zest. TY losing the upgrade game. He still only has that 1 engineering bay, so his upgrades are going to come half as quickly as Zest's. Zest is going to have a very, very wide window of opportunity to strike into this, TY's base here. No EMP upgrade yet from TY. I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten that one on the books yet, but I suppose he really needs to save every mineral he's got because his army is not quite ready to face this massive army from Zest. Moving out. This time Zest has a Warp Prism, so he can reinforce from the front lines. Observer, of course, from Zest, going to see this army moving out, allowing him to reposition, puts up the Guardian Shield, and here we go. A huge set of storms onto TY's army. TY knows that he's beaten. There's a GG, and Zest takes game number 2 in convincing fashion. Wow. Holy smokes, you guys. Zest defending beautifully. His cheese is scouted, no problem. What a great play there by Zest. We're going to wait to see what the map choice is for TY. And then get in to game number 3. All right, game number 2 has been chosen. Get the players into game number 2, guys. Sorry for a little bit of a delay as we prep these players. Oh, those storms were absolutely gorgeous. Zest taking game number 2, map 3, Eternal Empire. All right, as we get our final sort of spectators in here, I just want to say really quick, guys. All right, Zest is ready to go. TY is ready to go. As we get this 3rd game started, I do want to say, if you are interested in seeing exactly what these players were thinking, the replay pack is available for this series for the very, very low price of just $2. You can go to the link up above in the Africa TV chat and purchase the replay pack for this best of 9 series if you're really interested in digging into the specifics of what these players are getting into. All right, the map is set. The players are here. Let's go ahead and roll on in to game number 3. In the top right-hand corner in the blue, playing as Terran, currently down 0 games to 2. It is Triumphant Song Gaming's TY. And his opponent. In the bottom left, in the red, it is Zest. So yeah, like I said, a replay pack is available for these games. So if you are interested in digging more deeply into the strategies, understanding the proxy locations, finding out their build orders, reading those timings, please do hop on over to the Matcherino, purchase that replay pack. That helps to support the efforts of Team Alpha X and everything that we're doing to bring you these incredible matches. I do also want to point out we have got another incredible show match tomorrow. If you've ever heard of this little tiny amateur player named Innovation, I may have a game that will interest you. Or possibly, if you've ever heard of a little player, not many people know him, but he's pretty impressive if you ask me. His name is Sue? I don't know what it means. I think maybe he's German. Innovation versus Sue. We have got a huge show match coming up tomorrow as well at about this same time. Sue versus Innovation. So mark your calendar now. Gonna be another barn burner. So yeah, purchasing those replay packs helps Team Alpha X convince these players to come play. It helps with our prize pools. It helps us to put on these amazing show matches. So anything you guys can do to support these efforts is greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, so Zest is not going to open Stargate this time. He is going to go ahead and open with a robo facility instead. And of course, TY is not going to get that scout off. So he has no idea what he's up against. We'll see if his Reaper takes an unusual path again to try and scout out any proxy Stargates or anything. Just going to go ahead and hold the Xel'Naga Watchtower on Eternal Empire. So Eternal Empire, one of those new maps from this map pool, and I really love some of the features of this map. I mean, let's take a look really quick at TY's vision right now. That one Xel'Naga Watchtower covers one entrance all the way up. It shows most of what's going on this side of the map, and really gives you a good idea if your opponent is lazy with their army control. It gives you so much vision over what they're doing. And of course, there's that second Xel'Naga Watchtower as well. Holding both of those gives you a complete picture of the middle of the map here. I really love to see strategic elements like Xel'Naga Watchtowers that are very, very useful on maps. And I think Eternal Empire is going to prove to be a pretty darn good map as it's played more and more. Obviously, players shy away from the new maps at the beginning. At the beginning of the series, or the beginning of the map series, when they're introduced to each other, because they don't understand the new maps quite as well, they don't know them quite as well. But over time, I feel like Eternal Empire is one of those maps that might get a little bit more love. It also has I love this Desert Sands tile set, or whatever this tile set is. It looks so good. Woo! Observer from Zest going to get in here for the initial scout off. Is going to see the 1-1-1 from TY. TY's build's very, very standard so far. Does have a little bit of mine drop coming across the map. We can keep an eye on that. A couple stalkers ready to fight it though. And yeah, a very good scout there by Zest. Stalkers in place to defend against this Widow Mine drop. Let's keep our eye on it and see if we can get anything done. But oh no, that medevac is going to scout it. TY just going to get the heck out of there right away. A great play there by Zest, completely ready to defend against it. Now TY going for pretty standard build behind this, adding in a Liberator, some siege tanks, some Marines, not too bad at all. And then we see Zest. Is he going to drop that Colossus? Look where that Robo Facility is queued up, guys. It's queued straight to a waiting Warp Prism. Are we going to see Colossus drops? What year is it? Oh my god, Zest, please. Yes, Zest. Come on. You know you want to. Colossi, Chronode, pops out into the Warp Prism. Oh, baby, it's happening. Warp Prism is going to bring that Colossi all the way over. Now, that said, we have a Liberator on the way and a big move out here from TY. It looks like TY might be very lucky. Look at the paths of these two units. Oh no, oh no, oh no, he's going to miss it. Zest turning up the map isn't going to see it. That means that TY conversely isn't going to see Zest conversely isn't going to see TY's approaching army either. Liberator sieging up outside the natural is going to get pushed away by the Stalkers. A big scan from TY going to show there's no third base. Bunker going down to prevent that third base. Here we go. Colossi drop into the natural. No kills just yet. Just 2 kills so far. A siege tank there to try and defend against it. But these SCVs stacking up. TY has got to be very careful. He's trying to control that army on the other side of the map too, which means that his vision isn't going to be great. His APM highly taxed right now as his siege tank set up outside. Colossi is there. He's got no high ground vision, so if that Colossi hopped up onto the high ground, it could destroy everything. Colossi into the main, ripping apart these units. Zest looks like he may hold against it. Actually, siege tanks will take out. There we go. Colossi getting on top of the siege tanks. Colossus drop in the main, taking out 9 SCVs. Colossus drop going back to the natural. Simply nothing here, just the Liberator to try and pick down this Warp Prism. But the Colossi gonna stand here and take as many victims as it can before Zest is forced to retreat there. A total of 14 SCV kills. Wow. Oh, Zest, is there anything you can't do? Zest, the apple of my eye, the love of my heart, the cutest Protoss player. I'll say it. I'll say it. Sorry, Neeb. You're out. It's Zest now. Zest has my heart. With Colossus drop into double Forge. And a huge warp in as well. Oh, man, you sneaky snake. Viking here trying to defend against it. Third base has been established for TY. A couple siege tanks set up. We see a... Looks like... Ooh, Widowmine Harass going down. A nice pull there from Zest, though. aggression here at the third. Again, Colossi eating some shots. Colossi dropped right on top of those siege tanks. The Viking will be able to take it out. Second Colossus is here, though. And, man, going to force an evacuation and a liftoff. A big warping of Stalkers here. There's simply not that much left from TY. He's trying to get this Widow Mine with the medevac with the Widow Mines back. But, oh, man, Liberator gets taken out. Raven goes down. Stalkers picking down all the SCV boys that have been pulled. Warp Prism might go down here, actually. Oh, Warp Prism stays alive, and that means that Zest can reinforce. We should see another big warping of Stalkers here. 4 more Stalkers coming in from Zest. He's got plenty of bank. He's got plenty of supply, and that's it. TY's going to fall under the pressure. Zest takes game number 3 and is now 2 games away from a clean sweep 5-0 of TY. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know, I thought that this series would be a little closer than it is so far. But the players are not quite as even as they were before. Hang on just a minute. Okay, we're getting our Taiwanese casters in here. Nice. And Hull are doing our Taiwanese cast for us. And if you do speak Spanish, Enki is doing a Spanish cast of these matches also. Okay, we've got the goes from both of our players as soon as our last spectator gets in here. Okay, got to invite him one more time. Anyway, in the downtime, guys, I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier. But if you want to take a quick look here at the splash screen, Sue versus Innovation tomorrow morning. Those are the times. Those are the times that you can see it depending on where you live. 8 p.m. Korea, 6 a.m. Eastern time. Early morning for all of you Americans that may be watching. We're trying to get one of our last Taiwanese casters in here. It looks like there's a bit of a bug. I may have to remake the lobby. All right, I have to remake the lobby. Sorry about that, guys. So it will be just a minute here as we get into our next game on Nightshade LE. Right now, Zest up 3 games to 0. All right, and we've got the go from Zest. There we go, our 4th Taiwanese caster in the lobby. And we've got both players ready to go. All right, thank you guys so much for your patience. You know, Blizzard's just this small indie company. Can't fix these problems like the lobbies that are bugged out for some people randomly. So our 4th match is going to be on Nightshade LE. Let's get straight into it. Hope you guys are enjoying these streams so far. These games have been fantastic. I wouldn't say they've been one-sided. Don't let the score fool you. Even though Zest is ahead, 3 games to 0, TY has been putting on a fabulous show so far. Trying some cheese, trying some macro games, and really putting up a pretty good fight. All right. We've got our 2 players. You know who they are. Playing Protoss. We got Zest. And his opponent in the top. Struggling. Fighting for his life. Trying to keep his head above water here. It is TY. All right, and we are back. Another proxy from TY. Zest's probe not going to spot it here. Proxy racks on the way, but the early probe from Zest is going to make it really, really worth it here. Obviously, this probe's going to get up, see no barracks, and know immediately, oh, guess I'm being proxied. Yep. Scouts are on the base. We'll see that there's nothing hidden behind there as well. Second gas taken by TY. Is it going to be proxy concussive shell marauders again? Remember, TY tried this strategy in game number 1 and was shut down super, super hard. First Reaper's going down. Whoa. Look at the confidence on Zest. Look at the confidence on Zest. Oh, you're proxying me? And I haven't scouted the proxy yet? Alright, whatever. I'll expand. I'm not that worried about it, TBH. It's no thing. Grabs his second gas. Expansion going down. And the bunker is here for TY. Let's see if Zest pulls any probes to respond to this. Just the one so far. Chrono's out the one stalker. Marines behind this. So TY is going to get the Reaper in here. The Reaper should be able to stop the probes from going down. This stalker only about halfway done so far. The Reaper may have a chance to get a couple probe kills here. Let's see how Zest's micro is. Grenade only bouncing about one probe out there. One kill for the Reaper, but the stalker is out behind us. The bunker is finished at the natural, and the Marines are now streaming across into the bunker. This natural from Zest may have been a little bit greedy, actually. Man, the Reaper goes down, but the bunker is live here. Shield battery popping down. Stalker on the high ground. Stalker getting shots down onto the bunker. Moving backwards, this is really smart here from Zest. He's going to block the pathway between what he knows is a proxy barracks somewhere and this bunker. The bunker focus firing onto the wrong stalker for some reason is going to force an evacuation. TY will get pushed out. This one Marine running for his life, calling for support. Oh, God. It's like Kerrigan at the end of the StarCraft, at the end of the Wings of Liberty campaign where she radios in. No, it's the Brood War campaign where she radios in for support and Menks just ignores her. Oh, poor girl. We love you, Kerrigan. We miss you. Come back. Stargate behind this for Zest. Natural expansion has held. The income probably in favor of Zest here. Yeah, I mean, mules are good, but Zest has sustainable income here. Cyclone out for TY. And yeah, he's doing the right move here, putting a bunker down at the natural. He knows that he's got to defend against whatever is coming his way. Zest could just make 300 friggin' stalkers and go across the map and destroy him. We see 2 more gates coming down. A Phoenix to help. This is looking real good for Zest. Man, I'm surprised that TY has been so feckless in all of his attacks so far in this game. Just completely ineffective. Reactor onto the starport for some medevac support, I would guess. Another siege tank coming out. TY is well defended. Second Phoenix is out. We'll see if Zest goes for an Oracle after this, or if he's just going to go mass Phoenix to support those stalkers, lift up the tanks, and really disrupt TY's defense. TY adding on another barracks. Oh, yeah, okay. So the starport there was just for the reactor. Going to crank out Marines 2 at a time. Another barracks behind this. Zest's build order progressing very nicely. They're just finishing up their pylon just as he gets supply blocked. It is so amazing to see these players executing the strategies flawlessly. You know, I am always amazed at the mental dexterity of pro StarCraft players. When my build order goes wrong, the second that something happens to my build order, my brain shuts off completely and I forget what units are. I'm supply blocked. It's embarrassing. Zest and TY adjusting on the fly like they're playing jazz, man. This thing goes wrong, no problem. I got a 4-bar improv solo. Playing some saxophone. TY gonna follow up with what TY seems to always follow up with when his cheeses don't quite work, or when his initial strategies don't quite work, rather. Cloaked Banshee. The Banshee gonna get spotted and taken down immediately. That's a huge win for Zest. Oh my god. TY is gonna keep the upgrade going. Starts a second Banshee from that starport, and yeah, he's just gonna move out. I think he's got no choice now. Phoenix here gonna try and pick off some units. Oh, little carelessness by Zest there. Zest not even gonna lose one though. Phoenix will fly out of the range of that Cyclone. So, yeah, Cloak is going to finish, but these 4 Stalkers, these 4 Phoenix are still here, man. Lifting up some SCVs, causing some chaos. This game has been fabulous so far. One Phoenix picked off for Zest, but really TY in a world of hurt. 50 probes and 3 bases to just 40 probes on 2. Engineering Bay going down to try and get a +1 upgrade for when his attack finally comes. More barracks getting out of that and back home. TY was hoping to move out there and at least try to end the game, but now I think he knows that that's not possible. Just falling further and further behind. We can see the last 3 minutes have been totally dominated by TY. Take a look at the army supply here for both players. More gas, more minerals. Zest just really looking in control here. Adding on to his upgrades, getting that charge, getting +1 shields. Adding on a warp prism so that he can sustain this attack and warp in from the front lines. Zest going to go ahead and move out. Charge has finished up now. Let's look at what TY's defense looks like. Stim, still about a minute away. +1, about a minute and a half away. Just starting combat shields. Proxy pylon for Zest. Double medevac now coming out for TY. Good scan to pick off the observer there. That's a big win. He's going to slow down the building of this command center with these Phoenix. These Phoenix have been MVPs this game so far. They've been stopping reinforcements. They've been slowing down buildings. They've been picking off SCVs here and there. Really a fabulous micro show from Zest. All right, Warp Prism is finished up. He's got Templar loaded in, warping in 3 more Zealots. Storm just finishes up. Those Templar are going to have plenty of energy left for Storms when the time comes. TY moving out, though. Tanks are unsieged. Going to get scouted there by Zest. Tanks not able to siege up just yet. Charge Zealot's getting on top. We see a big stim, but there's the Storms onto the bio. Beautiful splitting, though, from TY, but he doesn't matter. He's going to see the aggression from Zest, knows the army size, and TY loses again. Terran players in the chat, I am so sorry for everything that you're seeing right now. Kamala, some weird echo in the game sounds. I apologize. I don't think there's much I can do about that. I'm on a borrowed rig right now, and I don't have full command of the sound settings. So I appreciate the feedback. I wish I could help you out. So we're waiting on TY to choose the last map. Oh, I said the last map. That was very rude of me. Waiting on TY to choose the next map in this best of 9 series. Zest just 1 game away now from closing this out with a 5-0. Hokey smokes. Wow. Well, guys, I will take one more opportunity to say... Hang on just a minute. Let's get our players in here. All right. Get our last caster in as well. All right, Zest needs apparently a 1-minute break. So we're going to take a quick break, and in the interim, I am going to shout out just a couple of things here. A reminder that if you want this replay pack, which may be as few as 5 games, but could be up to 9 if TY brings it all the way back, you can purchase the replay pack for just $2 USD. That is, you can't buy a cup of coffee for $2 anymore, and these games are certainly worth it. So I highly recommend to show not only show your support for these players, but to get the replay pack for yourself. You should definitely try and check it out here. So game 5 on the way. Remember to stick around. At the end of the series, we're going to have a winner's interview with the winner of the match. That's going to be translated and provided by the amazingly talented Hodginson. Huge thanks to Hodginson for helping us out with the winner's interview. She is talented. She is delightful. And I don't know what the StarCraft scene would do without her. So Hodginson, thank you very much. And she is going to take that chance to tell the winner, congratulations. All right. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 5 between Zest and TY. In the bottom, left-hand corner, he's on the ropes. He's battered. He's bloody. He looks like Rocky at the end of every Rocky movie just before he defeats the bad guy. Missing teeth. Black eye. It is TY. And his opponent in the top right-hand corner. In the red. Looking like the bad guy from every Rocky movie just before Rocky comes back and takes him out. It is the Protoss player, Zest. Now, you know, some of you may be watching this, and it's very tempting, I think, as a spectator, to immediately jump to hyperbole and to say, oh, TY's down 4-0. Zest is creaming him right now. He's beaten the crap out of him. TY must be terrible, right? TY is washed up. He's a caster now. He's not even a player, right? Right? It's not true. TY has already qualified for IEM Katowice through the North American Open qualifiers. He was one of the first qualified players to do so. That was just earlier this week. He is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. TY, I mean, a phenomenal player. Might just be having a bit of an off day. A couple things haven't broken his way. Zest has had some nice scouts on some of his stuff. Some of his engagements just haven't quite worked out the way that he hoped they would. So please, as a viewer, don't think that TY is not still a premier level player. He absolutely is. Besides that, Zest is no slouch. This is not some come from behind unexpected victory. Zest has also qualified for the IEM Katowice openers. So far, these two players are 2 of 6 players that are going to be going to IEM Katowice through the qualifiers. I mean, for those of you who have a pretty good memory, you may remember a certain IEM Katowice where Zest and TY played each other in the finals. So far, the results here have looked a little bit different than they did on that fateful day last year. I love this from Zest. Twilight Council opener, going straight into Blink. He has shown us his Stargate play. He has shown us his Robo first play, and now he's showing off his Blink micro. I really hope Zest chooses to be aggressive this game. It is my dearest, sincerest wish that Zest just puts the kibosh on this best of 5 and asserts his dominance. Wouldn't that be an amazing story? If he wins the first 4 games pretty handily and then just crushes in game number 5. Robo facility behind this, of course, the Warp isn't going to come out. How's TY's defense looking? Ooh, early medevac drop. 3 Hellions getting in now. This is one place in this series where TY has had a bit of a shining moment. A flash of brilliance. A show of hand, if you will. The Hellion harassment from TY has been pretty fantastic so far this series. He has not lost an opportunity to roast a lot of probes with those Hellions. Now, looks like he's queuing the medevac up here, so I don't think he's going to drop into the main base. He's just going to drop those Hellions to support this fighting force, and he's just going to go straight for the natural here of Zest. Zest has just dropped a 3rd base and a Robo Bay, so his army supply actually a little bit low right now. Zest is going to have to micro for his life against this very, very quick aggression from TY. TY marching into the main base with the Hellions going straight for the probe line. The Observer's out, but the Observer can't help you now. He's focus firing the Nexus for some reason. There we go. Refocusing down onto the Stalkers here. I just don't think there's enough here. 11 probes roasted in the main. Oh, Zest with a bit of a misread there, being a bit greedy, expanding, teching, and he's going to lose 18, 19, 20 probes. Make it 21. 21's a great number. 21 probes. 21 probes. 21 probes! And TY comes back in game number 2. Yes, he does, boys and girls. Map number 5, quick aggression from TY. Map 6, coming your way. So for the first time this series, Zest is going to get to choose the map. Oh, the series goes to 4-1, and TY claws his way back with a really, really... See, hold on. Ephemeron. All right, so our next map is going to be Ephemeron, which means our last map going to be Triton. Well, our 7th map. Again, sorry, not the last map. All right, so not a clean sweep by Zest. Looks like everybody's in. Make sure the players are both ready to go, and then we will get started. All right. The countdown has begun here to map number 6 in this best of 9 series between TY and Zest. TY, of course, is going to have to win the next 5 in a row. He won map 5. He's got to win 6, 7, 8, and 9 if he wants to take it out. It would be possibly the greatest reverse sweep I have ever seen in my life. Let's see if TY's got it in him. And here we are. Map number 6 in this best of 9, Ephemeron LE, one of the more veteran maps in the map pool. In the bottom right-hand corner, in the blue, from Triumphant Song Gaming and South Korea, it is TY. And his opponent. In the top left, in the red, gateway first, it is Zest. I have been away from Korea for much too long. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, and I can't even read anything anymore. My Korean skills have already disappeared. Whatever I used to be able to speak is completely gone. I wish I could say a few more friendly words to our Korean viewers, but I'm afraid I don't have much to offer. All right, so no proxy barracks for TY this time. He is just going to build a racks on the top here. Start his wall off right. All right. I recommend that I ban Korean chatting. Of course not. Why would I do that? Thanks, Valeris. I appreciate the support, man. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I think I mentioned it in game number 2 or game number 3, but if you want some more amazing top-tier StarCraft action, tomorrow morning, it is Sue versus Innovation, which is also going to be a fabulous series so far. Robo first from Zest. I said this last game. It's been so nice to see Zest mix it up. He's gone Stargate a couple games. He's gone Robo now a couple games. Even rushed up to Blink last game. So he's really showing us the breadth of his strategy and his experience. Zest able to execute all of these build orders really, really well. So far, no scout from Zest, just defending here with this Adept. Hasn't bothered to go across the map quite yet. See a reactor coming down onto the barracks here, and a factory quickly behind this. Robo about to finish up here for Zest. Now, something I've seen some, especially Korean Protoss players doing lately. Some Korean Protoss players doing lately is that, yeah, and this is exactly what I was going to talk about, is they're getting this observer first out of a very quick Robo facility, as opposed to, you know, sort of what we've seen in the past, which may have been Immortal first, just to get some more damage on the board or a quicker aggression. And Zest actually going to make two observers as well. This is something. So StarCraft 2 is obviously you know, not solved by any stretch of the imagination. But we see more and more players understanding the importance of map vision and map control. This is why in recent years we've seen Zerg players favoring the Overlord speed upgrade, pneumatized carapace, instead of Zergling speed at the beginning, because they want those fast Overlords, they want that scouting information, and they're willing to sacrifice to get it. Protoss players now going for Observers even before Warp Prism, just because they know it's a safer investment in the long run. Oh, that Reaper's still going to get away here. Zest, TY, by the way, has not seen anything in the base of Zest. No idea what he's up against. Has no map vision at all. Whereas the Observer from Zest, seeing everything, even that clump of little army units. Zest knows exactly what's going on. He hasn't seen the starport just yet, but unsurprising. Reaper sneaks into the main, to the natural, actually, and there's a drop into the main here. Let's see if these Widow Mines can get these shots off. Nope. One sad little probe kill. Adept finishes off the Reaper. Medevac is chased out here, and that was not the aggression that TY needed. Now, he hasn't lost anything yet, and the Medevac is still there to cause some damage later once Zest tries to move out. But again, with the Observer here, Zest has seen the move out from TY and should know that he needs to be able to defend against this. We can see him mustering a few more army units. Colossi almost done here for Zest. And TY, yeah, TY's not going to risk it. I think he's just going to fly back into this and try and get some more damage done with the Widow Mines. Colossi will arrive, though. Shots go off. And the Medevac is going to get chased out. Some nice drops there from Zest. The Medevac goes down. What a great cleanup there. Zest has done a fabulous job so far. 2 more probe kills. Not sure where that was. It's the load up. Zest again with the Colossus into the Warp Prism. He is going to distract with the Colossus drop. Now the Marine is going to see it. He doesn't know what's inside. Okay, now he knows what's inside that Warp Prism. Now he knows what's coming his way. Colossus drop, and the Vikings are en route to try and defend it. Is he going to see it? Oh, he's just going to miss it. Oh my god, he's just going to miss it. But he knows it's there. He knows it's there. That Gravitic Drive upgrade, the fast Warp Prism, paying off there for Zest as he's able to evade detection. But 1 Viking is here. 2 more Vikings are here. Oh, Zest! Oh, Zest! Drops the Colossi, but the Colossi, yeah, forced to recall home. 3 Vikings shelling away. The Colossi will get away, though, and Zest saves it just barely. What a quick little save. Forge down for Zest. Twilight Council as well. Templar Archives on the way. That is going to give us the chance to get some Immortals mixed in here as well. Obviously, with Colossi, the Protoss needs to build a strong base of Gateway and other ground units around it, especially with the number of Vikings that are out already from TY. TY switching over his starport to react to get those Vikings out 2 at a time now. Adding on to the bio units. No upgrades yet. TY just starting 1-1 and Stim. He doesn't even have combat shields for his Marines. He's been so busy getting out siege tanks that he's skipped over some of those key upgrades here. Zest, however, not looking to make a move just yet. Getting his 3rd base up, saturating that thing. If we look at the income for these players, we can see that it's spiking slightly in favor of TY, who did have a 3rd base up much sooner after that Colossi defense. Twilight Council on the way. Twilight Council's down. Templar Archives on the way. Immortals are getting added on soon. Double Forge now spinning for Zest. Again, we're going to see the upgrades going very, very quickly for Zest. This time at least, though, TY has bothered to get 2 engineering base, meaning that he can keep up with the upgrades from his opponent. In the previous games, we have seen very often Zest would go 2 Forge to TY's only 1 engineering bay. And that would cause TY to fall more and more behind in the upgrades game because, of course, once you start producing those units, you really want to keep going. You don't want to stop to build another engineering bay and catch up. This time the players roughly on even footing. Their upgrades should finish around the same time, and I don't think it'll be much of a factor. 4th base now on the way for TY. This is a really smart base to take on Ephemeron. Look at this 12 o'clock base. Once this pylon's finished, let's take a look at Zest's vision here. A pylon on the very north is going to show everything up around here, so even if you've got a payload coming in with some, like a medevac drop with some Widow Mines or a Liberator trying to sneak around here, that 12 o'clock base is going to help you scout it out real fast. Big move out here from TY, tracked, of course, by the observer. Zest seeing everything right now, knows exactly what's coming for him. A lot of Marines, a lot of siege tanks, and a fair few Vikings also. Now, the early Viking productions means the medevac numbers are not going to be quite as high as they may otherwise be. A good snipe on the observer from TY, going to allow him to move out with immunity. Zest rotating around to try and get him here. Zest should be able to see what's going on. He knows where the army is, should see the move out. Oh god, the Warp Prism with the Templar drops. A good storm on some of those siege tanks, but not getting the bio like he wants. Keep an eye, though, on this Warp Prism with the Templar. The Templar with fairly high energy should be at least 3 storms onto this army. However, out of position here, the Warp Prism jetting back, and that's going to give TY the opportunity he needs to wedge himself in between the natural and the third. And here's the move out. Tanks shelling down. Warp Prism. There we go. Finally, some storms going down. The bio getting chased backwards there. The Warp Prism does go down from the Vikings, but the storm's able to soften up TY's army considerably. The high ground still going to Zest. All Colossi are down. 2 siege tanks still shelling away. A little bit of a warp in, but Zest struggling. He only has 5 gateways right now, so he can't really warp in as much as he wants. TY going to continue this aggression. I'm not sure that TY has the bulk in his army to continue the aggression, and yeah, in fact, TY is going to go back home, even with his ghosts. He's not going to continue that, so Zest successfully defends so far. Now, Zest in that attack did lose all 3 Colossi. He did lose his Warp Prism. Did he lose? Okay, he lost all 4 High Templar. That's a big loss there. The storms were very, very worth it for him, for sure, but now he's got to build new Templar. He's got to wait for them to build up energy for more storms, and it's going to give TY, I think, the opportunity he needs, yeah, to feel safe about taking this base, because he knows that Zest can't attack him without those storms ready to go. Defends the 4th base now for Zest. SCV and probe counts getting pretty high. Zest taking advantage there after his 4th base was up, but now that TY has 4 bases, the income's going to spike back in his favor. We see the EMP upgrade going down for TY and his ghosts. Take a look at the unit count here. 4 ghosts already out for TY. No more on the make just yet. Gonna bolster the army more with Marines than ghosts right now. +2/+2 on the way for both players. Roughly even upgrade timings. We see some Immortals coming in now from Zest. A second robotics facility as well. I'd love to see Disruptor play from Zest. He has the robotic support bay, obviously. The robotics bay. What is this? Brood War? The robotics bay out from Zest. Zest might get caught out in the middle of the map here. Scouting a little Marine from Zest, from TY does show where Zest's army is. Zest got to be very careful with this Warp Prism. Templar loaded in, going through the ramps there, or the bridges rather, on Ephemeron, makes his entire army shuffle through a narrow choke point. That means that a lot of his zealots are going to be very, very low on health. A scan from TY softens up the rest of those zealots, and here's the big warp in after the gateways have been added on. Meanwhile, Fusion Core just about to be finished for TY. I imagine that's for Liberator range. Battle cruisers would be an interesting choice at this juncture in the game, but I wouldn't put it past TY. We see ship weapons level 1 coming down, and we get 4 Liberators at a time. I think this is the appropriate tech switch. This battle taking place again. A nice EMP getting rid of that Archon. A good pick there from TY. Liberator sieging up outside the natural. Forces a pull from TY. Stalker's getting warped in, but the Liberator just going to re-siege at the main here. Robotics Bay about to finish up. Second Robotics Bay finishing up here for Zest, because the classic 2 Robo Bay play. You know, every Protoss wants a spare Robotics Bay. Liberator coming in, will get shot down. I wonder if TY has seen both Robo Bays. He's definitely seen both Robo Bays. No idea what that's all about. +3 on the way, plus shield upgrade as well for the Protoss player. Look at this. Zest sending an expeditionary battalion of zealots into the natural. That's going to draw away some of the army. Should allow him to obviously see that Fusion Core working on the Liberator upgrade. We'll get these zealots, though, into the main base, pulling some of the army away. Meanwhile, he's moving the rest of his army that way as well. Man, I thought that was just a distraction, but it's going to pull some of these Marines back, and Zest actually throwing away a lot of army supply. A big stim going to zone out some of these Marines, though. TY losing a lot of Marines to those storms, though. Initially, a nice EMP goes down on a lot of this army here. Zest has no shields left. One more storm. Gonna zone TY out, but TY looks very, very good right now. Zest with a really, really poor engagement. Whoa, we see the rapid reignition system, reducing the afterburner cooldown and increasing the speed of those medevacs. Wow. These players making some really interesting choices. So yeah, disruptors are coming out now from Zest. Now that he's got 2 Robo Bays, he can make 2 disruptors at a time, right? That's science. And there it is. TY with a massive load up. Zealots Gonna scout this huge force, and that's gonna force Zest to recall home. No, he's just gonna walk it out. Warping in, though, a lot more Zealots. Liberators sieging up everywhere. I don't know if about you guys, but for me, Zealots don't do great against Liberators. 5 Liberators sieging up. It's going to make it almost impossible for TY or for Zest to engage in this very effectively. Some big storms going down, though, onto all the medevacs. Most of the bio has been cleaned up there. Liberators will get cleaned up as well. Zest going to finish off the last Liberator with those Stalkers, and the big drop from TY, hoping to initiate some sort of base race, isn't going to happen. We see another sensor tower going down for TY as he takes the 7 o'clock base there near the center of the map. Both players on 5 bases. Zest saturating as well. Income still in favor of TY, although it's moving slowly towards Zest now and again. If we look at the units lost tab, though, we can see that TY playing a much more efficient game than Zest. Even though the income hasn't been significantly more, look at how much better he's been doing, how many fewer minerals and gas he's lost than his opponent. Nukes on the way for TY. A bit schizophrenic here from Zest, as he's got disruptors. Then he tried he tried Colossi. Then he tried some disruptors. There was an immortal mixed in there, and now he's back to Colossi play. I'm not sure if he's being very fluid with his robo units, or if he's just not really sure how to counter whatever TY's got. In this case, what TY's got is 9 Liberators, full liberation zones for TY. Now, he's got these Liberators set up a little bit behind where he needs to be. It's a good snipe of the base, and this is going to allow his bio units to get out here. Ooh, a big storm onto those Ghosts, though. Luckily, there are plenty of medevacs here to heal him back up. Zest storming the front 2 Liberators. Ghost's going to try and snipe that Warp Prism, but they're not quite going to make it. There it is, TY moving up to the north side of the map. Going to scout this base from... Yeah, there it is. He's going to see there's a base there, and that should force a cancel there out of Zest. TY going to take the 2 o'clock base. This is going to give Zest the opportunity to move around behind him. A beautiful scan from TY. Realizes that he's not covering his 6 there. 1 EMP doesn't quite hit anything, but Disruptor's here. Let's see if he can get some Disruptor shots off. Oh, man, some nice Disruptor shots there. A Warping of Zealots should be able to keep this army at bay just long enough for Zest to rotate back around. Another Disruptor shot. A great splitting there by TY, though. He's going to be able to attack those Disruptors. Both Disruptors are going to be in very, very grave danger here. Warp Prism aggressively moving forward here. The Gravitic Drive going to allow those Templar to get their storms down in really, really good time. A lot of the bio getting pecked down there by Zest. A nice EMP there, missing a little bit, but getting some more of the Warp Prism. There we go. 3 Colossi now moving in. Zest, under the auspices of these Liberators, is going to be able to pick them all off one by one. Another EMP going down. Big storm underneath the Liberators. TY missing a little bit of army control there. He does have his units are loaded up into medevacs, though, for some reason. And Zest looks like he may still be able to crash through some of this. Both Colossi still alive. A big warping of Stalkers coming in now. Plus 3 armor, plus 2 shields on the way for Zest. Plus 3 is finished up for TY some time ago, as he is just starting on vehicle weapons, or ship weapons, level 3 rather, really digging hard into those Liberators. Man, Zest doesn't even care. He's going to walk underneath the view of this sensor tower and maybe head up this ramp to aggressively attack the 5th base here. The 6th is down, though, for TY. Zest only on about 3 mining bases. Only on about 2, oh gosh, 1.5 mining bases. TY now in control of the game, but Zest's army pretty scary still. Sensor tower taken out. That's a nice pick there for Zest. Going to force a couple more scans out of TY. Big Marauder force is here. Forces a stim, an early stim out of TY, though. Both players just posturing a little bit. Ghosts moving forward. Ghosts, of course, not cloaked. They do have the cloak ability. Or are they cloaked? I can't tell. With this skin, they always look cloaked to me. All right. Mass repair onto the Planetary Fortress. This is where Zest is going to pick his battle. Storms blanketing the entire army of TY. The Planetary is going to fall, but at what cost? 1, 2 Colossi go down. Loses the Archon as well. Another big stim out of TY. Zest trying to blink back to save himself. But now the army supply just inexcusably in favor of TY. 121 to only 53. Zest trying to get some economy going, trying to build another Nexus, but he is just so far behind. Map control, army control, income advantage, all in favor of TY this game, who's even beginning to build up a significant bank as he reaches critical max supply. The Viking count is large. The Marauder count is large. The Stalker count, not that impressive. An immediate blink away from Zest. 1 more Colossi on the way. 15 workers going down. I didn't see what that was all about. Might have missed something there on the mini map. Sorry, guys. More Marauders coming out. One more TY rebuilding this base, the 7 o'clock position. And he is going to try and collapse in here. We see Zest moving in with some nice angles, some Zealots from behind, some good Storm Stalkers from the left side, actually clearing out a pretty significant portion of the army here for TY. Zest with a 4-pronged attack, completely surrounding it. The Ghost's actually doing some great work here now with their cloak. I'd love to see an observer in place here for Zest, but unfortunately, TY's done a pretty good job of picking off observers so far. We do see a nuke coming down from TY. First nuke of the game. Let's keep an eye and see if that nuke does go down. The Ghost looks like it's going to be unattacked here. Oh my god. Oh my god. The recall! The nuke goes down. The Ghost is picked off. And 11 probes die. Another nuke on the way. 6 Liberators being built at a time. TY really committed to this Liberator bio style. It's very, very effective. It's hard to defend against, and with any luck, he can continue to approach, siege up, and really put pressure on TY's trembling economy right now. Zest has seen the nuke, now going to move those probes out of the way. Only going to lose 1 probe. That's a nice reaction time. Second nuke on the way from TY. The unit count here, there's only 1 observer on the map right now. There it is, finally in favor, finally in place rather, to take out that Ghost. The third nuke not going to land. A good scan by TY shows that Zest trying to re-expand to that top corner, but I don't think TY cares at this point. His income is crazy in favor. He has been doing a great job so far. 68 SCVs still, a very healthy count. Looks like this 1 o'clock base is going to be the order of the day here for TY. Sieging up all of his Liberators here underneath the bio. We see a big nuke going down to zone out Zest. Zest getting pushed back in this game. Zest, of course, sees the nuke, knows he can't respond to it just yet. The nuke is going to go down. Going to lose 2 workers, but that's okay. We'll be able to resaturate that mineral line. And actually... Oh. TY going to be able to force a cancel on the base here up at the 12 o'clock position as we're waiting on that nuke. This is going to give Zest the opportunity to engage this army should he so choose. Uh-oh. These little bridges on Ephemeron are going to force Zest back into a corner here. He's not going to be able to retreat with this army. TY on all sides here. Some huge EMPs going down. All the Stalkers going down as well. The Colossi only at about half health, and we can see the massive stims from TY as he pushes forward, decimating the army of Zest. Zest, with almost nothing left, down to only 20 army supply, loses the last army. There's the GG from TY, or from Zest, and TY takes game number 6 on Ephemeron. Boys and girls, we may have a series on our hands. We might, maybe, a little bit, have a series on our hands. Game 7, of course, is going to be on our last map, which is Triton. Waiting on Zest to join the lobby here. There he is. Okay, we'll make sure the players are ready to go, and then we'll get in to game number 7 on Triton LE. All right, TY is ready to go. Sugo Hasya Sudnita. You got it, baby. And Zest with the Sugo as well. Let's get it done. Guys, if you've been enjoying these games, I want to first and foremost thank you for joining us. It is a privilege and honor, a pleasure to bring you these games. TY and Zest in a crazy good show match so far. TY clawing it back as we get in to game number 7. I also want to say a quick thank you to, there we go. A quick thank you to my team, Alpha X, and of course to Africa TV, who are helping us to put on these incredible show matches. I mean, you guys get little bits and bytes. You get big chunks of games with any of the big series that go on. You know, when you watch the GSL, you get a lot of action. But especially in the off season, as things are a little slow, getting these little bits and bytes, these smaller games, these show matches, really helps keep the scene active. And so it's really great of Africa and Alpha X to work real hard to put these show matches on. All right, Game 7 in this best of 9. In the bottom, right-hand corner, in the red, playing as Terran, trying to claw his way back, winning the last 2 in a row. Can he make it 3 more? It is TY. In the top, left-hand corner, in the blue, playing as Protoss. Still just 1 game away from victory in this $250 show match. It is Zest. Okay, are we back? We're back. Some real connection issues right now. Stream went down, guys. I apologize. It looks like we're having some serious connection issues. First it was me, and now it's Enki as well. Internet outages seem to be all over the place. Okay, it looks like our Spanish language caster, Enki, is having some troubles. The game going a little bit slowly right now, but we are finally back on the stream. Okay, stream is back. Game seems to have stabilized. And I think we're good. We are on the Korean server right now, but that hasn't been a problem for me before. I've been doing a lot of Korean games, and hasn't been a lot of trouble. We've had no lag in this game yet. It's just maybe an internet outage or something. A little flutter. A little flutter so far. Okay, so to catch you up, TY is sending some units across. There's a proxy Stargate. The Oracle is out now. TY has not seen any of it. That said, Zest is able to defend back home. He's got a couple of Adepts out. This Oracle may be able to get some damage done. We're seeing... Oh, no, not again. Cloaked Banshee coming out for Zest.
Game paused.
Okay, we gotta pause. Hang on just a second, guys. We're going to go to a quick pause, guys. Sorry for the delay. Game number 7 here. We've been struggling a bit with connections here. My connection has fluttered once, and then it looks like Enki's connection is struggling a little bit as well. Okay. All right. Okay, we've got the go from both players.
Game resumed.
And we're back in. Hopefully there's no more lag this game. Zest's Oracle is going to get in here. There's nothing back home to defend for TY. He's trying to make a Banshee. He's got 2 Marines coming out, but this is going to be a beautiful Oracle. Meanwhile, he's getting in with his Hellions as well. Hellions going to take down a lot of the probes here. 4 probes going down, but 3 more SCVs from that Oracle. Even going to stop the building of the supply depot. This Oracle with 4 kills so far. Both players drawing blood. Second Oracle on the way from Zest. Zest, of course, is now scouted out. The Cloaked Banshee on the way. Cloak was actually canceled, I believe. Yeah, Cloak was actually canceled. Oh, man, come on! More lag happening. This game is just not doing well.
Game paused.
I don't know what's going on. Another pause here. The game is lagging a little bit. Okay, guys, sorry. Our Spanish caster Enki is lagging just a little bit in this game. Seems like his connection is having some troubles. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. Let me talk to a tournament admin really quickly and see what we're going to do. Okay, last chance. Enki's going to try one more time. All right. We're going to try one more time here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Game resumed.
So Enki is lagging just a little bit here. Hopefully it won't affect us too much longer in this game number 7. Oracle going to get a couple more kills there. That's 6 total kills now for Zest, who's done a really nice job with these Oracles so far. First Banshee coming across the map, but of course this has been scouted out by TY, or by Zest rather. TY had to cancel his, oh nice. TY had to cancel his cloak for this Banshee, so the Banshee doesn't even have cloak available. Third Oracle, this poor Banshee being targeted by Oracles, not looking great. First Phoenix is out, the Banshee gonna go down. No more Banshees on the way. We see the TY is swapped over to Viking production. Adding on some Marines and some Siege Tanks. Robo Facility gonna be the tech of choice now for TY after that proxy Stargate, which has still not been scouted. Of course, Zest, or TY does know that it's there now. Cyclones on the way for TY. Zest, a pretty sizable army, though. A lot of Oracles and a Phoenix. The Phoenix is going to be able to lift up that Siege Tank. There's only one Siege Tank here, and with the Phoenix to be able to take it out of the equation, Zest actually may have a pretty strong push here. There's a second Phoenix as well, and here we go. Phoenix coming in, lifting off the Siege Tank. The SCVs immediately pulled. Stalkers here to try and pick off the Siege Tank. Focus firing down the Siege Tank. A lot of the bio has gone down as well. Phoenix with the Graviton Beam has done mass repair on the Siege Tank. TY keeping it alive. TY is going to push away this attack. The Oracle's going to go down. The Phoenix is going to go down. The Zealot going to get chased down by the Cyclones as well. What a hold there from TY. Forces the recall. And TY going to move across the map now. TY with control of the middle of the map. Zest following the Maxim when behind Dark Shrine. Alright, Stargate has been scouted. Vikings have been scouted also, though. This is going to pull the Stalkers over this third base. See a third command center just finishing up for TY here. He's going to start morphing it into an orbital command. Looks like he wants to set up a bit of an offensive position here. Set up a front line, get the Siege Tank established, and start raining some shots down. Ouch, a huge shot onto all those Stalkers. That's going to lower their health quite a bit there. A really nice start to this engagement from TY. Cyclones moving in, locking onto some of those probes. An entire probe pull from Zest here. I think just trying to distract, trying to buy himself some more time. Oracle is going to lock onto the Cyclones as well. Cyclones will have to be pushed back just very briefly while they wait for their lock-on to recharge. Lock-on is back for both those Cyclones. TY, not going to push the issue. Blink on the way, Raven on the way as well. Three DTs getting warped in now. One in the warp prism, 2 moving over, no detection. Oh man. Oh, I did, sorry. Fix the score now, sorry guys. DT's into the main. The Raven is out for TY. DT's in the third as well. Scan goes down to pick up the DT in the natural. Only one Raven. This is going to force the move out here. A lot of Stalkers outside waiting. Warp Prism gets picked off there by those Cyclones. Very nice pick off from TY. Only 4 SCV kills from those units. Stalkers from Zest moving in here, but I think he knows he's way behind in this game so far. Economically, it looks like Zest is actually doing all right. A little bit ahead, but militarily, we see that TY has a much larger army supply. 5 gates getting scrubbed in for Zest. The DT Shrine didn't quite work. It will give them some a discount on his Archons later in the game. TY adding on more barracks, finally getting that classic 9.5-minute stim timing. You know how it is. Additional Marauders popped out as well. Oracle going to try and get in here to the third. No missile turret to defend against it. This Oracle might actually get a lot of damage done. Templar Archives on the way. Here it is, Oracle coming in. Going to slow down the building of some of these supply depots. That's really frustrating for a player, especially since TY is soft supply block right now. He's going to have to finish those depots. There we go. They should be just fine. Zealot charge. +2, +1 on the way now for Zest. 1-1 on the way for TY. Storm immediately beginning. Ghost Academy on the way. We are looking at another very long game so far, you guys. TY adding on those gases, but look at this Zest already a 4th base. Big bio force from TY. We've seen this composition from him several times in this show match. TY not afraid to get some bio supported by some tanks on the map and really establish a bulkhead up front at his opponent's position. Zest has been in the unenviable position several times this series of defending when smashed right up against one of his bases here. Very often we've seen TY establish a good position up front and force Zest to defend very well. That said, Zest has defended very well each other time that has happened. I think these players fairly evenly matched so far. Army size about even. Zest a little bit behind, but getting closer. Little expeditionary stalker force here is going to be forced to blink away. TY checking for that observer, isn't going to have any luck finding one. 4th base finished up for Zest here. TY looking to establish a 4th of his own. That command center is just about to finish up and will lift off quite soon to take that 4th base. Four more gateways getting added on. Look at the structures. That's going to make it a total of 14 gateways for Zest. He's going to be so ready to engage. In fact, ready to engage already. Drops a little storm, forcing TY out of that position. That allows Zest to take the middle of the map. An aggressive blink here from Zest to shave off just a couple, just a few of the bio units. Zest with a very badly damaged warp prism over here. Might try and get into this 4th base while he's causing trouble as well. Zealot run by into the 3rd. Siege tank will push it away. 4th base lifting off, moving over for TY. We see another Robo Bay and a Robo Support Facility coming down. A Robo Facility and a Robo Bay coming down as well. Why did they change those names from Brood War? It just makes it so confusing for all of us who are trying to play both games at the same time. Ugh. Raven for TY should be scouting. Stalker's getting a couple shots off onto those Cyclones. We see armor upgrade level 2 coming in now. 2-2 on the way for TY as well. Of course, Liberator range upgrade. TY sticking with his Liberator bio style that served him so well last game. I feel like Zest is going to feel like he's under a little bit of pressure to get some damage done with these Liberators earlier rather than later. Last game, we saw TY choking Zest out little by little over the course of the game as he would siege up, run some bio in, destroy a base, get out, and it'd make it very difficult for Zest to come back and engage into the army because the Liberators were all over the place, and of course you can't engage with a Protoss ground army in the Liberators. He's moving to Disruptor Tech a little more quickly this game than he did last game. That may give him a little bit of extra opportunity to force TY into a position where he's in a worse position. But the battle may come down to positioning. It's going to depend a lot on whether or not TY's Liberators can siege up in time, and in fact, where they siege up. Wow, Zest killing some Marines to make room for more Liberators. That was interesting, killing his own Marines. Warp Prism with 3 Templar in there. Full energy on those Templar. Liberator range just finishes up. 2-2 finishes up as well for both players. We see the immediate 3-3 start for Zest. +1 vehicle weapon, or +1 air weapons on the way here for TY. Zest splitting up his army. A little battalion of Zealots coming down to the 4th base here. This is a planetary fortress, but a lot of Zealots can do some damage to a planetary fortress if they're careful. A good scan from TY shows where the bulk of the army is for Zest, and this is going to allow TY to get in here with these bioforces, siege up the Liberators, and try and move forward here. I'm a little nervous right now. Zest has his army clumped in 2 different pockets all the way across the map. There's a lot of supply and Zealots sitting down here that's not doing much right now. And okay, pincer attack incoming. Here we go. Zest gonna attack into the 3rd base while this Zealot force moves into the 4th here. Planetary Fortress has finished up. Zealots need to focus fire down the Planetary. It's gonna force an immediate mass repair as well for TY. TY moves a Bioforce and pushes Zest back. That attack completely blunted. A great defense by TY. 5th base now on the way for Zest. 2 more command centers are finishing up, morphing into orbitals. It looks like TY is going to want to take this bottom 7 o'clock base, or pardon me, this middle 7 o'clock base, and the bottom 8 o'clock base as well. Nuclear missile detected. Personal cloaking for the ghosts. Bioforce scouting around to see if that charging force of Zealots is still around somewhere. Of course, it's not. Dark Shrine finishing up here for Zest. What? Zest building a 2nd Dark Shrine. What? What? Alright, Zealot Force is going to clean up some of these Bioforces. The Bioforces should end up prevailing here. Stim and some Medivacs. Oh, actually, looks like the Zealots might win this one. Oh, no. Alright. Barely the Bioforce is going to stay alive here. Zest, in the meantime, getting pushed away. 2nd Dark Shrine for Zest. Which is strange. He built 2 Robo Bays last game. An uncharacteristic mistake from a seasoned veteran like Zest. 5 Zealots not going to be enough to dislodge this planetary fortress, so TY sitting on 5 bases now, as Zest's 5th base is taken. Income now in favor of TY, as he's had control a little bit more of the map this game. Zest trying to be more aggressive, trying to move out onto the map. Zest is researching DT Blink. Somebody's been watching some classic replays, I think. Another big stim from TY. Hip-Hop, so now Zest can make 2 DTs at a time. It's brilliant! Nuclear launch is detected here. So far, it looks like Zest has not seen it, is not moving out. His entire army here off to the far side. This nuke is going to go down. There we go. Finds it just in time. Moves those probes out of the way. And a very nice feedback there from Zest to catch that ghost. That was fabulous work. All right, the assault on Zest's 4th base has begun. We saw this so many times in game number 2, or pardon me, in the previous game. Liberators all sieging up. Bio moving forward makes it very difficult to engage. Stalkers picking up some reinforcements, though. Huge EMPs on this entire Stalker force. Zest choosing to engage, though, with those Stalkers with no shields left. Uh-oh. A big scan goes down, and now TY knows exactly where the army is. Disruptors moving forward here. Another nice EMP on all those Disruptors. There are simply no shields left for any of these Protoss units. 4 Disruptor balls to pick off 1 Ghost? I don't think so. The Bioforce, just Marines and Medivacs moving back into the 4th base, gunning down what he can. He needs to focus fire the base down. I'm not sure why he's not. A quick blink picks off one of those Medivacs. The evacuation for TY not going quite as planned here. Zest seems to have restabilized with an army supply matching that of Zest. The bank for both players getting pretty big here, but it's going to come down to long game positioning and who's got bases that they haven't mined out yet. I think TY is going to be in a little bit of trouble as he's been mining his bases slightly longer than Zest has. Assault onto the planetary fortress here. No mass repair. There is some Dorito dust and a lot of EMPs going down on this Protoss army. This is a great engagement here. Vikings picking down the Tempest now. Last Tempest is going to fall out of the sky. Disruptor shots taking out a lot of the bio, though, but the Liberators and Siege tanks should be able to hold this position. Disruptor balls. Oh, man. Disruptor balls taking out that planetary fortress. A really nice play from Zest, who's now picking off Liberators one by one by one, moving into those Blink Stalkers, blinking out to get out of the way. Both players were at 200 supply moments ago, now just down to 157. TY moving down to take the bottom corner base. Zest staying in the middle, adding on another Warp Prism. Ooh, a tactical nuclear strike going down. I don't know why here there's not that much there really to destroy. Probably could have gotten some more probes had he gone to a more saturated base, but that's okay. We'll see if that nuke lands in a little bit here. And there it is. Gets 9 probes, which isn't too bad. In the war of attrition that's about to come, every single probe is going to count. We can see TY remaxing on Liberators, building another nuke, more Marauders, more Marines coming out, vehicle armor, vehicle plating coming out, and more Ghosts as well. Oops, he's forgotten to rally. There we go. He's got a couple units in the back there that he's forgotten about, but that's all right. DT Blink is, of course, finished up for Zest. We have not seen him utilize it just yet. Hodginson is a fan club member now. Hodginson, thanks for your support, Hodgin. I'm looking forward to the winner's interview. I think we've got some good questions to ask. No matter who comes out on top here, this has been a fantastic series. So again, guys, if you forgot from earlier, at the end of this game, we are going to have a winner's interview with Hodginson and the winner of the series. So be sure to stick around for the entire series. You don't want to miss that. 7 more probes killed, but the assault on the new base for TY is coming here. Planetary is going to be taken down immediately. These SCVs will be evacuated, but Zest going to be able to pick them off from behind there. Another tactical nuke going down. 12 SCVs, DTs everywhere, clearing out this base. Oh, the missile turret is going to burn down, but not quickly enough. A scan goes down. All these DTs going to get recalled back to somewhere. Huh. Where does DTs go? Oh, recalled back to this base here. A big scan, though. All the DTs are going to get taken out. TY will be able to finish off this base. This is becoming a bit of a bloodbath here. 28 SCVs down from both of those bases getting cleared. TY, of course, reestablishing a planetary fortress at the 7 o'clock base. A lot of disruptors in play now. No more DTs on the field. Just disruptor, stalker, zealot. A heavy gateway army. 1 medevac, useless out here. Needs to recall that medevac back, doesn't it? Planetary fortress just about to finish up. Finishes up just in time here. Disruptor balls pushing forward, but the Vikings able to take out everything here. Disruptors now cut off from the rest of the army. Stalkers could move in behind here. There's not great coverage here. Yeah, look at this. This is really nice. Zest rotating around to the low ground. Going to check the bottom base to see if there's anything there. There is, of course, nothing there just yet. Disruptor ball zoning out TY just a little bit. TY unable to defend against this. The planetary fortress is finished up. Stalkers blinking forward here. Liberators sieging up. Stalkers blinking out of the way just in time, though. EMP misses as well. Nice play there from Zest to get out from underneath those Liberators. Shields level 2 is just finished up for our Protoss player. We're seeing every upgrade in the book being researched right now. The upgrades tab, absolutely insane. Take a look at the units tab here. We're going to see a big engagement, though. Stalkers from Zest being miscontrolled a little bit, walking right through the liberation zones. Those Stalkers are going to get picked off. A lot of the Disruptors going down as well. Oh, no. TY finding his opening there, and Zest not paying a whole lot of attention. Luckily, both players with big banks. We see little warp-in rounds going through and through here. 5 Stalkers at a time. Looks like oh no, all the Disruptors getting picked off there. EMPs, Liberators. Oh my god, TY pulling it out here as it goes to the long game. Feeling confident enough to go ahead and assault this 5th base of Zest. Okay, aggressive blink there from Zest. TY may have overextended just a little bit here, but the Liberators have arrived now, and the Liberation zones are terrifying. Look at all those red circles on the map. Dear Lord, zoning out the Stalkers. EMPs blanketing the entire force. Zest fighting for his life, but there's simply too much here from TY. Zest may be able to clean up this attack. Nah, he's not going to be able to. There's the GG, baby. And TY takes game number 3. Game number 7. Takes game number 7, bringing us to 4-3. Wow. Map 8 on the way. We have now gone through the entire map pool. Zest can now choose any map that he would like for game number 8. Wow, this is turning into quite the series. I was a little worried after the first 4 games that Zest was just gonna, burn through him in game number 5. When in fact, TY making a bit of a comeback here. The score is now 4-3 in favor of Zest. Zest winning the first 4. Zest winning the first 4. TY currently on a 3-game winning streak. Whew, baby. While I'm on stream here, I do just want to really quickly thank, if you guys can see behind me, there's a gorgeous view, actually, of the Minneapolis city skyline. I am sitting in a borrowed office building, which has been rented to me for completely free by a company called Novel Co-working. I just want to really quickly, personally, this has nothing to do with the stream or anything, I just personally want to say thanks to them for putting me up in this lovely space. All right, we've got Nice, we've got Hull, we've got all of our casters. We're waiting now for Zest to join the lobby. As soon as Zest gets in here, there it is. All right, we're ready to go. Map number 8 in the best of 9. We've got the TY and the Zest ready to go. Okay. Hopefully there's no lag this time from any of our players or any of our observers. And hopefully things go a little more smoothly as we get in here to game number 8. All right. Let's hop in to game number 8 here in this best of 9 show match between Zest and TY. In the bottom right-hand corner, in the blue, playing as Terran, winning the last 3 games, it is TY. His opponent, in the top left in the red, playing Protoss, it is Zest. No shenanigans this game so far. We have seen, well, let me count here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 4 games. Hey, some star balloons. DKSEO. I don't know what you're saying in chat, but I hope it's great. I'm trying to read, but my Korean is so garbage. My Korean is so bad. Anyway, thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this stream. It is absolutely wonderful of Africa TV and of Alpha X to work together to put together a prize pool to attract the very, very top level pros. Guys like TY, guys like Zest. Wonderful stuff. All right, just going to wall off here. Reaper on the way. Looks like pretty good. We're saying you're doing great. Hajin, don't lie to me. I know you're making fun of me. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we've seen, as I was saying, thanks to Africa TV and to Alpha X and to everybody involved with this production, I think it's really tough sometimes. Like December, January, the time after BlizzCon, basically, can be very slow for the StarCraft community. It's little cups here and there, but there's no like huge events, and very often the pro players aren't on the world stage quite as much as they might like to be. So these types of show matches are really a way for them to show how they're doing. Let us keep tabs on the meta, what's going on if you're not playing on the Korean ladder all the time. And it's really fantastic. So shout out to everybody who makes this possible. I honestly just show up and cast. There are so many hours that go into the production, the pre-production, the planning, the graphics creation. There are so many things that go into a StarCraft stream. You guys wouldn't believe it. So anyway, I'm just delighted to be a small part of the whole equation. All right. Blink Stalker's going to be the tech of choice here for TY. 3 Adepts steaming across the map right now. May be able to get a little bit of work done if we see they will be able to catch this Hellion, get some work done on it, catch the Hellion. No, Hellion won't make it, but the Adepts will shade across. There are 3 Marines here. They're going to be forced to retreat here. Okay, nice little skill check there. TY makes it. Meanwhile, Stalker gets in. Hellion into the natural. There's nothing back home to defend, just 1 Stalker. This Hellion getting a lot of work done. Adepts chasing away a couple Adepts in the main of TY, but TY's Hellion still roasting more probes. The Stalker's trying to chase down that Reaper, but the Hellion's staying in the natural healer. 6 probes have gone down so far. 7. The Adepts from Zest shading back in. They know they've got to get some work done, but TY has wisely pulled all of his workers out. He's going to lose one more SCV. Looks like the Stalker has picked off the... oh, no, the Reaper. Did the Reaper make it out alive? No, he picked off the Reaper there. Didn't make the Reaper. The Hellion is going to make it out alive with 6 kills. Corporal Hellion. Very well done. Beautiful. Third quick Nexus on the way for Zest. Robo behind this. Blink about to finish up. Zest probably looks like he wants to do an early game Blink Immortal play, but that third base tells us that he's definitely not going all in. I think maybe Zest, I don't know, I don't want to say wasn't taking it seriously, but maybe felt very comfortable when he was up 4-0. And oh my god, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say he wants to play a long game, but never mind. It's happening. Oh my. Everybody, are you wearing your seatbelts? Are you sitting down? Take a couple quick breaths because you're going to need your blood pressure to be low. DT drop coming in from Zest. One Viking may be able to try and get in here. Zest's going to defend against it. He really doesn't want that to be scouted. Now, one scan from TY could end all of this, but right now, there's no aggression. There's only 2 command centers. He's building more siege tanks. He's getting stim. Oh, man. The War Prism steaming across the map now. We have got DTs coming, baby. Okay. Hides the War Prism. Did you see that little juke move? Zest juked his War Prism out of the way. TY doesn't know this is here. There's even space on the outside of this base where the War Prism is going to come in, warp in the DTs. Nothing can be seen. Okay. 40 energy on that one. 26 energy on that one. You want to watch the energy of these orbital commands to see exactly how much energy they've got. Cyclone here. TY might can think that a drop is coming. I don't think he suspects DTs. The first warp in is here. Okay, TY moving into position here to defend against the drop. But, okay, so he's going to see the Warp Prism. He's going to know that there are DTs now, and he's going to immediately try to start building some missile turrets. Missile turrets already going down. Really well played here. 1 DT into the main. Second DT still in the Warp Prism. Zest going to try and get it in a little bit later. The missile turret has gone down, though, and that, okay, forces a scan out. The Warp Prism gets out of the way here. Scan has been used, but the missile turret is down now in the main and in the natural. TY defending against the Blink Star, the DT play beautifully. The Dark Shrine not paying off for Zest. We see him moving into Colossus Tech, Extended Thermal Lance, and Charged Zealot. It seems like Zest's tech choice has swapped around a couple times this game. I'm very, very surprised. Q-Melch, TY versus Zest on the GSL final long ago, which Zest victory inspired me to play StarCraft 2. Welcome to the StarCraft 2 family. Oh god, I was going to try and pronounce your name in Korean, but I'm just going to butcher it, and you guys will laugh at me, so I'm not going to. Stalker drop, with a DT as well, into the main here of TY, but TY feeling comfortable enough to move across the map here. 1 Colossi out, but that's just 1. There's not a lot of Gateway Army here to defend against this. Forces a couple of force fields here out of Zest, who needs to buy as much time as he can for another round of warp-ins and try and get this Warp Prism back home. Wait, where's the Warp Prism? Oh, there it is. Must have recalled the Warp Prism. Oh, we're getting some lag again. Oh, no.
Game paused.
Looks like Enki may be lagging just a little bit. Let's see. Let's make sure Enki is all right. I definitely don't want any lag in the game, especially if there's a big fight coming up here. All right, guys, really quickly, we're going to pop back here. A couple connection issues. As a reminder, we've got Enki doing a Spanish language cast from Mexico. We've got some Taiwanese casts as well. Lots of people. Let's try to get this going here. Oh, no, Enki's lagging again. Okay, so again, a reminder, we've got Enki it's flashing up that he's disconnecting slightly from the game. We do have him casting from Mexico City. We've got 2 Taiwanese casters in here. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we're ready to go. I'm hoping this works. Ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Game resumed.
That's not good. I had to press the pause break button about 6 times before the game started. Okay. Scan from TY is going to... No.
Game
Is going to catch
paused.
this observer. Okay. Enki, unfortunately, has left the game. I'm so sorry to our Spanish language casters. Oh. I'm so sorry to our Spanish language viewers who are going to miss that. That's a real shame, but the game is running much more smoothly now. No lag for this big fight here. TY sieged up outside the natural in the third of Zest, but Zest defending fairly well so far. Is going to be able to charge back up on those shield batteries at the third. 1 Colossi is out, 2nd Colossi in the Warp Prism. He's got to be careful with that Warp Prism, though. TY has brought the boys, all the SCVs, soaking up a lot of those Zealot charges. The Zealot charge is not going very well, actually, and TY, I think, may have this 70 army supply to just 34. There's no Disruptors out. He's fighting down the Cybernetics core, so no more Stalker Warp-ins. That's a real shame. Colossus on the high ground, trying to defend against this. Now, of course, this has to work for TY. If Zest doesn't absolutely destroy this thing, if Zest isn't absolutely destroyed by this, he may be okay. There is a DT out now, and there's no detection of... Oh, there's a missile turret here. Never mind. Missile turret up front here. The DT should be able to help defend against the third, though. They're going to pop down the shield batteries. Charge Zealots picking off this little flank here. TY getting picked apart little by little. This is actually giving Zest just enough time to warp in a couple more units. He has lost a Cyber Core. He has lost a Gateway, but he's building 2 more Gateways. Colossi in the back, and here we go. It looks like Zest is ready to do it. Colossi raining down some shots onto the tanks here, but there's so much bio here, and only 22 army supply from Zest. I think Zest is going to fall down here. TY with 36 army supply, stimming into the natural. Siege tank still here. There is a DT, but the scan goes down. Bio picks off the DT. Man, if Zest can hold here, even if he loses his natural, I think he's okay. If he can hold here, he's going to be fine. We've got Immortal just about to come out. 2 more Gateways finishing up here. Warp in from Zest. TY retreating briefly. Colossi on the way. Concussive shell back home for TY. TY still just on 19 SCVs. Remember, he brought a lot of his SCVs in with that push. He's lost 33 so far this game. Zest rotating around to help with his third base. DT out front, forcing scans out of TY. I love it. Now the missile turret here will detect that DT. He sees it going back toward his base. Missile turrets, of course, at the main and the natural. This is going to pull TY all the way back. Zest defending, rebuilding his natural. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. He picks off the missile turret there, the DT. Now picking off reinforcements left and right. They're forcing another scan. It doesn't even matter if this DT ties. He's forced a scan out of TY. TY's economy is crippled. It's crushed. It's crazy how bad his economy is right now. Zest swimming along just fine after defending that push unbelievably. Now, he did lose his natural, and that hurts. It's going to hurt his economy quite a bit. He's long-distance mining now with these probes, but as soon as that Nexus is up, he's going to be on 3 Nexi to the only 2 of TY. TY realizes that. He knows he's got to push forward now. If the game goes any longer, Zest will irrevocably, inexorably win this game. Scan goes down. No observers. The missile turrets are going to shoot, or the Widow Mines are going to shoot there. No drilling claws for the Widow Mines yet, so they can be seen. DT getting in on top of this. Again, if he can force another scan out of TY. Picks off a tank with the DT, waiting for the scan energy. 34. 0. There's the scan on the DT. The DT will get cleaned up, but that just means that Zest is going to warp in 1 more DT and able to force yet another scan out of TY. TY has got to make this push work, but I don't think it's going to happen. Zest is doing a great job. Great micro there. He does have blink on these stalkers, but he's even using the warp prism to load and unload the stalkers. Siege tank goes down. Colossi firing from the high ground. It doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, after an incredible hold in game number 8, Zest is going to take the series 5-3, putting the kibosh on TY's comeback. Oh, man, what a game. Oh, man. That was the most exciting game of the entire series. Holy crap. Oh, I'm out of breath. I am literally breathless. Holy smokes. That was intense. All right. So here's what's up, guys. What a great match. Don't go anywhere. Don't shut off the stream. Coming up very quickly, we have got a winner's interview with Zest, which is going to be translated by the incredibly talented Hodgkinson. So as soon as Hodgkinson and Zest get on my Discord call, we are going to be ready to go to ask Zest what he was thinking, what he was feeling, and probably how he feels about things moving forward. So we're going to, okay, I'm going to hop into a call here with, I've got Hodgkinson. Okay, so we're hanging out. We're waiting for Zest to hop into this winner's interview with Hodgkinson. Chat, if there's anything you would like to know from Zest, if there's anything that you want to ask Zest, now is your chance. I can't promise I'll get to all your questions, but if there's anything that you really, really want to ask Zest, what he's feeling, what he's thinking, feel free to type it in chat. We'll see if we can get some of the questions in. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and join this call with Hodgkinson and Zest for our winner's interview. Oh, hang on just 1 minute. A little technical difficulties. Hello, Hodgkinson.
Hi.
And Zest, are you joining us as well?
Yes, he's here.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much. Zest, congratulations on a very, very well-fought series. I just want to ask, were you at all concerned that TY was going to come back and sweep you after winning the first 4 games?
우선 너무 축하드립니다. 되게 막상막하인 경기 끝에 이렇게 이기셨는데요. 4대 0으로다가 혹시 역습이 나올까봐 좀 걱정이 되셨나요?
일단 초반에 좀 경기가 원하는 대로 잘 풀려가지고 좀 쉽게 이길 줄 알았는데 생각보다 후반에 태양이가 너무 갑자기 잘해가지고 좀 힘들었던 것 같고 200대 200 싸움 가면은 제가 좀 태양전에서 좀 안 좋다고 생각했었는데 역시 그게 좀 드러났던 것 같아요.
So at first it went everything went as I expected, as I wanted. So it was easy, but then TY, I don't know, he just started to play better, and it became harder for me. And when we have a 200 supply fight in PvT, I think it's hard for the Protoss, and that's actually what happened, and it was a proof today.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those games go into the very late game, and that seems to be where TY really showed what a great player he was. I did want to ask Zest, we saw from you in a couple of the games actually doing a Colossus drop build. That's not something we see very often in PvT rather. Can you tell us a little bit about why you're gravitating toward that strategy?
오늘 몇 경기에 거신 드랍이 몇 번 나왔는데 사실 그게 저희가 자주 보는 빌드는 아니잖아요. 그게 이유가 있나요?
제가 그냥 이것저것 해보다가 요즘에 좀 쓰고 있는 빌드인데 사람들이 너무 그 분광기 견제에 대한 대비를 잘 안 해 놓는 것 같아가지고 그래가지고 좀 쓰게 됐는데 생각보다 잘 먹혀가지고 제가 종종 쓰고 있어요.
So I tried different builds, and this Colossus drop, I think it's good because the Terrans, I think they don't really prepare well against my Prism harassment, and it worked well, so that's why I did that a few times.
Yeah, it worked very well. It was so much fun to watch as well. Zest, we've seen you do a couple robo openings after Stargate and Twilight Council have really sort of been standard in the meta for the last couple years or so. Are these sort of old builds that you're bringing back from yesteryear, or are these new builds that you're sort of thinking you're trying out in this and trying to shake up the meta a little bit?
이제 막 로보 오프닝도 종종 봤는데 이게 사실 저희가 이제 예전 되게 옛날 패치 때 봤던 빌드에서 따서 하시는 건가요? 아니면 완전 새로운 빌드로 생각하셔서 하시는 건가요?
예전 빌드보다는 그냥 원래 거신 출발 자체는 있었는데 그거를 이제 분광기를 찍어서 같이 견제를 해보면 어떨까 생각을 해가지고 네, 좀 새롭게 생각해낸 그런 빌드. 그리고 포인트는 여기서 속업을 누르는 게 포인트여가지고 네.
So it's not really from the old build, even if before, it existed to start to rush the Colossi. But here, my focus point is to go with the Prism and to upgrade the speed and to harass the early harass with this Colossi and Prism.
It worked very well done. So you've just qualified for the IEM Katowice. Who are you most concerned about when facing the foreigners or possibly other Koreans in IEM Katowice? Is there any one player right now that you're a little worried about going up against in these big tournaments?
이제 최근에 IM 예선을 뚫으셨는데요. IM에서 약간 되게 견제되는 진짜 딱 한 선수만 꼽자면은 이 선수는 약간 걱정이 된다 그런 선수가 있나요?
뭐 당연히 그 세랄 선수가 제일 잘하는 것 같아요. 요즘.
한국 선수 중에는요?
한국 선수는 뭐 당연히 성주.
So of course it's Sarol, and then I asked, well, if you have to say a Korean player, he said, of course, Maru.
Wow. All right. And I guess I have one more final question as we sort of think about the future of StarCraft. I don't get a chance to talk to pros like you very often, Zest. There's been big news this week about the ESL being the next 3 years of StarCraft. Obviously, I've read a lot about what the foreigners are saying about it, but I think a lot of the foreigners are curious. We don't get to hear a lot about what the Koreans think about the big announcement. Has there been buzz about the IEM announcement over in Korea as well?
이제 최근에 블리자드 측에서 ESL과 이번에 스타크래프트 3년 동안 할 e스포츠 계획이 발표가 됐는데요. 이제 그거에 대해서 외국 선수들의 반응이 되게 뜨거웠어요. 그래서 한국 선수들의 반응도 궁금합니다.
제가 근데 그 계획을 아직 자세히 못 읽어봐가지고 네, 그 부분에 대해서는 좀 말을 하기가 좀 어려워요.
혹시 그거 알고 계세요? 그 옛날에 Go for StarCraft라는 온라인 대회가 있듯이 ESL 이번에 그거 생겼어요. 매주 일요일마다 한국 서버에서 하는 대회.
규모는 어떻게 돼요?
그 매주 상금이 $100고요. 이제 그거 하시면은 막 ESL 포인트도 받아가지고 제가 나중에 링크 보내드릴게요.
네, 그런 건 전 좋아해가지고 좋은 것 같아요.
So he said, well, actually I haven't read thoroughly, so I don't know what to think yet. And then I'll let him know that there is the ESL online tour every week. I think a lot of Korean players don't know about this. So I asked Apollo to translate all the content and all the news in Korean so that the Korean players can also learn about everything, because I think it's a really good news for StarCraft, and I'm looking forward for GSL to be announced soon.
Wow, that's very surprising. Well, hopefully we get everything out. Well, Zest, thank you so much. I want to end on one little fun question that somebody in our chat had asked. After this series, what advice would you give to TY in case you see him at the IEM Katowice tournament soon?
되게 감사드리고 이제 마지막 질문 하나 할게요. 시청자분께서 이제 물어본 건데요. 만약에 전태환 선수를 다시 만난다면은 전태환 선수에게 조언 한마디 해준다면은 뭐라고 말하고 싶으신가요?
IM에서요?
네, IM에서. IM이든 다른 대회에서 전태환 선수에게 하고 싶은 조언.
태양이도 솔직히 잘해가지고 또 만나고 싶진 않은데 또 만난다면 제가 이기지 않을까 생각해요.
그러니까 태양 선수에게 하고 싶은 말 없어요? 약간 조언 같은 말?
조언?
네.
지금 요즘 토스가 힘들어서 지금 다른 종족한테 조언해줄 상황이 아니어가지고.
Okay, so TY is a really strong opponent, so I don't really want to play against him again at the IEM. And well, advice. I don't have much to say as a Protoss because we are really struggling right now as Protoss ourselves. So I don't have any advice to give him.
That's not very gentlemanly of you, Zest. Surely you should help your opponent out a little bit. Anyway, Hodgkinson, thank you so much for translating, and Zest, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. 수고하셨습니다.
Thank you.
안녕하세요. All right, everybody. That is going to end the stream for today. I want to thank you all for joining us. Massive thanks to Zest for the winner's interview, to Hodgkinson for all the translations. I think it's quite late in Korea right now, so I'm very, very happy that they stayed up so long to join us. Guys, that's going to do it. From me, from Afrika TV, from Alpha X, from everybody involved in the production, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. Don't forget, tomorrow, around this time, there is a Sue versus Innovation match as well. Again, with a winner's interview translated by Hodgkinson. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be casted by our very own Kozan, who is the head caster at Alpha X. He's a fantastic caster, and they're going to be some wonderful games. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening wherever you may be, and I'm sure I will see you again very soon. Goodbye, everybody.